The female Saiyan Mary Sues have pulled yet another rabbit out of their asses. Zeno is letting yet another one of his rules slide simply because he thinks it looks cool. Well, look what we have here. A dead horse. I'ma beat it. I'm gonna do it. I'm seriously gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Here it comes. Yeah! You asked for it, you sons of bitches! You know, guys, sometimes it's necessary to go batshit crazy. Because that is what this series has done. It's driven me batshit crazy. It's just, every time I see an episode, I'm already expecting to be disappointed. However, this series takes a step beyond that on so many levels. I don't know, maybe I'm just a glutton for punishment at this point, because here I am opening this particular can of worms yet again, even though I've already talked about this a bunch of times already. However, it's given me something new about it to talk about. Because, okay, let's just wrap our heads around this. Like, now in my previous video, I was talking about how they should stop with all of this forced female representation in Super, but like I said, that was posted before that episode where Kefla and Kale fused. Because we've been knowing that Kefla and Kale were gonna fuse ever since we saw the preview for episode 114, where we see the two of them fuse together. And from right then and there, we could see that it was not the fusion dance because they were not wearing the Meta Marin clothing. So that could only leave one possible explanation, and that would be Potara earrings. And then once we get to the episode, it's confirmed. They fused through Potara earrings. Champa gave them Potara earrings to use. Despite the fact that he knows it could very well get him disqualified for using an outside item. Which it really should. It really should get them disqualified. As a matter of fact, there are other instances where characters should have been disqualified. Like with Master Roshi. When he used the Mafuba on that girl who does that genjutsu stuff, and then he sealed her in that bottle and threw her off the stage, that should have got him disqualified because, well, he's using an outside item. He's using something that's not a part of him. Even if he's using it as a technique, it's still in violation of the rules because it says no outside items, no weapons, none of that shit. When it comes to the different fighters all throughout the universes, I'm sure a lot of them have techniques that involves weapons or any sort of item that's not a part of them or came from them in any way. I'm sure a lot of them have that, but you don't see them using these techniques because, well, these things should logically get them disqualified. So when Roshi sealed her in that bottle, he should have been disqualified for doing that. But Zeno thought it was cool enough, because pretty much that's been the case. He thinks a lot of things were cool enough. Like when Android 17 jumped up to that sun, to that light-like thing that would technically mean that he's out of the ring, he didn't care. He said, you know what, I'll allow it, because pretty much that's what Zeno's been doing. There's a lot of instances in this tournament where technically you shouldn't be able to do certain things. However, Zeno just keeps allowing things simply because they look cool. So it's just gotten to the point where the rules of this tournament are, there are no rules. There's functionally no real rules in this tournament. The rules are about as meaningful as Gohan being named the team captain of Universe 7. So outside items can be used even though it's said that they can't be, which it's bullshit. Like, put it this way. So let's say in a wrestling match, unless it's a no disqualification match, if you bring an outside item, if you bring a foreign object into the ring, that will result in disqualification regardless of if it's going to be part of a technique or not. So that's the thing that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense on this, but whatever. But then we get to Kefla and Kale, or Kefla. That's a stupid ass sounding name. But anyway, we have Kefla, which is the result of them fusing through the Potara earrings. Now, when it comes to the Potara earrings, we learn that the fusion actually gives them a times 10 multiplier in their power. Because one thing we already knew about the fusion is it makes you stronger than the sum of the two fighters being fused together, but now we see exactly how much stronger it makes them. So it makes them 10 times stronger. However, even though that is a drastic power boost, it still should not put them anywhere close to Super Saiyan God Goku. Because, put it this way, in Battle of Gods, Goku suggested fusing with Vegeta in order to take on Beerus, but then quickly abandoned the idea as he realizes that it still wouldn't put him anywhere close to the amount of power he would need to actually take him on. What form did Goku take which did allow him to go toe-to-toe with Beerus? Super Saiyan God. So even with the drastic power that would result in Goku and Vegeta fusing into Vegito, that still wasn't enough. And these two were definitely stronger than these two sluts by the time that they fused into Vegito and was handing Super Buu his ass. So you can't really tell me that these two bitches can come anywhere close to that amount of power that they had. But that power still wouldn't have been enough for them to even make Beerus go, ow. But anyway, we have Kefla here, and they're giving Goku issue, despite the fact that he's a Super Saiyan God and should still be a lot stronger than him. And now, pretty much, the reason why they're giving him trouble, people are saying it's because Goku is tired. First of all, if Goku is tired, how is he able to go Super Saiyan God at all? How is he able to go Super Saiyan Blue? How is he able to utilize these different transformations if he is so fucking tired like you claim? Let's put it this way. Goku has not gotten a chance to rest ever since his fight with Jiren. At no point in time has Goku gotten a chance to rest. He has not. So he has pretty much been fighting ever since his fight with Jiren ended and Frieza handed him energy. But the point is, Goku has not gotten any opportunity to rest, yet he's still fighting. And put it this way, fighting is not going to give him an opportunity to rest, so technically he should have been able to go Super Saiyan Blue right at the beginning because he's expending more energy by fighting these two bitches. So he's using his lower forms to fight them first, but that shouldn't really matter for shit considering what I just said. You're fighting, you're expending energy, so even if you're holding back, you're still expending energy to, take these bitches on. Even if you're holding yourself back, it doesn't really matter. So you have not rested at all at any point after your fight with Jiren, so you're not any more well rested now than you were before. So don't give me that bullshit. But the fact that we even have Kefla and Kale fusing together, this right here just lets me say that there is no logical reason why Goten and Trunks should not have been in this tournament, considering their method of fusion is a technique that doesn't involve any outside items. This is just simply those two just being shafted in this series yet again on just other characters, namely these two sluts, when those two could use so much development and really have been needing it and just haven't been getting it ever since this series started. However, that's a video for another time, as I can really just dive deep into that. But when it comes to Kefla and Kale, it's just, is there no end to the amount of rabbits these two are gonna pull out of their asses? Just how many ass pulls can these two possibly have? They're able to match power with Super Saiyan God Goku, and then he goes Super Saiyan Blue, and they're still able to give him trouble. I don't care if he's tired, because if he's so tired, he shouldn't even be able to access these forms. Because put it this way, we have Goku, when he was Super Saiyan 3, he was trying to gain the energy in order to defeat Kid Buu and Bun Blast. He was tired and got so tired that he involuntarily just ran out of energy to even sustain his Super Saiyan 3 transformation. He couldn't even go Super Saiyan anymore at that point until he got his energy back thanks to that wish. And then when you think about it, it's like, this is the reason that Kefla and Kale were the secret weapon of Universe 7, because they were to fuse together in order to become Kefla, but this fusion should still technically be weaker than Hit, because Hit is around Super Saiyan Blue level, and, well, I already explained why they shouldn't be anywhere close to being able to give Super Saiyan Blue Goku any sort of trouble whatsoever. Okay, now, let's be real here. Goku should not have to resort to Ultra Instinct in order to stand a chance against Kefla. Because we have Kefla, who isn't even a Super Saiyan yet, who was giving Super Saiyan God Goku a hard time, and then he powers up to Super Saiyan Blue, and then she goes Super Saiyan. But the thing is, Super Saiyan Blue should already be maximum overkill. Hell, Super Saiyan God should already be maximum overkill. So the fact that Goku has to resort to Ultra Instinct is the most asinine thing ever. It's just, all of the rules of the Dragon Ball franchise have been so thrown out of the window during Dragon Ball Super, and there's just no sort of coherence or power scaling in order to make heads or tails of anything, and people are just going along with it simply for the fact that, well, it looks cool. So essentially, everyone who's watching this show is a fucking Zeno. It's just these two bitches, they come in, they just pretty much have been such a spotlight stealing squad for the majority of this tournament. It's just they've been constantly pulling rabbits out of their asses at every turn. They have been pulling them out every which way. And then pretty much they get Goku to go Ultra Instinct all over again. And now that makes me question, how exactly does Ultra Instinct work? Because, well, alright, he gained the form in the first place from him trying not to get killed by his spirit bomb collapsing into itself. So, but then that form eventually ran out, so now he's accessing it yet again. So now he's accessing it yet again, so what exactly is the requirement to the form? Because now the form is really looking like more of an ass-pully thing, and it's just something that just like, which, you know, Goku really shouldn't need it, considering what I said, but this is the reason why I just say that Dragon Ball Super just continues to progressively get worse and worse at every turn, because it just introduces a bunch of things that look cool, but overall make no sense. Because, like, okay, it looks cool, but there's no logical explanation to anything that happens within this series. That's especially been the case the longer the series has continued to go on. So many things within the series have been retconned, and things have just been outright just changed just to fit the plot. Because first of all, when it comes to Super Saiyan Blue, how many different ways were those changed? Like when it comes to Super Saiyan God and Blue, first of all, like Super Saiyan Blue wasn't very draining. Then they said, yes, it is very draining. And then all of a sudden Goku was able to go Super Saiyan God, despite the anime never even implying that he can use that particular form again, even though he has been using it in the manga, because the manga has its own set of rules that it's been adhering to, but then the anime has its own set of rules where it's just very loose on how those rules work, and now it's trying to take cues from the manga, despite the fact that the manga's rules doesn't exactly mesh with the anime's rules. This is why I say Dragon Ball Super is just utter bullshit. Because we have these two girls, Kefla and Kale, they aren't even interesting characters. They aren't. And then with Kale, she's even less interesting, as she's nothing more than a satellite character to Kefla. Because Kale is literally a character who revolves around two characters. One, she's a walking Broly reference. Two, everything about her personality can just be linked over to Kefla, as she's just simply trying to impress her and all that other bullshit. So there's really no other layers to her personality outside of those. It's just, she's the big, dumb lesbian muscle to Kefla. And Kefla, oh my fucking god, Kefla is just the embodiment of what a Mary Sue is. She getting Super Saiyan transformations through back tingles. What the fuck, man? Just fuck that bullshit. Even though I feel that Kaba's getting Super Saiyan transformations too easily as well, at least he's not just back tingle to go through them. But just overall, the Universe 6 Saiyans could have been written to be good characters. They could have had very good character arcs in this series. But the thing is, there should be some spread among the characters introduced in this tournament. Not just focusing so much on just a specific group of characters while everyone else is just so vastly ignored. Because there are just so many characters here, which, we already knew, I already expected there to be jobbers, but the vast majority of the people here are jobbers, and nobody else really seems to matter, because now it's gotten to the point that the only other people that do matter would be the likes of Kefla and Kale, as well as the likes of Jiren, as well as, Topo and Dispo, as nobody else from any of the other universes really seem to matter or to be any sort of a threat. It's just, there are some that are just here to be annoyances, like Ribrianne. This is why I say that Dragon Ball Super is just all style, no substance. It's just got nothing really going for it. It's just something that just simply looks cool. It's like, yes, it looks cool, but I don't care how cool something looks, because put it this way, Bleach is full of a bunch of shit that looks cool, but look at how utterly shit that series became the further it went along. And this series is pretty much no different. As a matter of fact, it's even worse, if that was possible. But all in all, it's just Kefla and Kale are just gotta be the two most poorly written characters within the series. This entire tournament arc, I was already skeptical of this tournament. That's why the first video this year I posted where I said, don't get your hopes up about this tournament. That video it just speaks such volumes. Especially the further we get into this tournament, the more and more relevant that video becomes. I am glad that Goku does eliminate Kefla. However, I gotta say that it's extreme overkill when you think about it, as it really shouldn't have taken all this to do so. I've already said all of the shit I could say about Caulifla and Kale being Mary Sue's. How much more can I really say about it at this point that I haven't already said? This video should wrap up all that I have to say. I don't want to make any more videos on this particular subject, as I already have 3 other videos talking about this. So let this be the last video. I really don't want to talk about this anymore, because at this point it's just, you know, I really am beating a dead horse here. It's just, I felt the need to talk about it now because, well, I just had to at this point, but I'm not beating this dead horse anymore. So, what do you guys think of Caulifla and Kale just pulling rabbits out of their asses for the umpteenth time in this fucking series? What do you guys think of the rules just being so loosely enforced as the way that they are? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe for more content. So with that being said, that'll be the end of this video. Have a good day, everyone. This is Trace, signing out.